Hey guys, my name is KingMonic and it's been a while since I made a video, but I really felt like making this one because it's so stupid in my opinion. As you know, I create the models for Minecraft and in particular just MineStrike, and I do have quite some experience with the modeling and how it all works, and this made me laugh quite hard when I saw this, that one of the largest servers, well obviously Mineplex, which I'm talking about, didn't pay attention to whatever changed with the 3D models, and they just updated their server to 1.9 to keep up with the concurrence. So what they completely forgot is that the model files, which are the JSON files if you don't know already, and they're used to create the actual 3D models in game, and those have been updated, and in particular the view models, which because of the new dual wielding there is right hand and left hand, and therefore they changed quite a bit in between 1.8 and 1.9. It's a quite simple fix, but yeah, because this has happened to one of the largest servers, it's quite funny that they didn't notice. And what's also pretty weird is that I remember MineStrike being 1.8 while the rest of the server was 1.7 quite a bit ago, and they could run it like that, and I don't know why they aren't doing that right now, because that would solve it and create some sort of deadline before when the models should be fixed and not completely break the game like they're doing right now. I'll now show you how to properly edit the models in case you want to do it yourself with your own models which have broken because of the 1.9 update. This doesn't require you to re-import a model and therefore doesn't modify it, which is really good if you don't actually want to buy Cubic, which is quite weird because it's only 10 bucks and it's really good. If you want to actually import the models into Cubic, then there's a problem with the angles, which don't rotate in Cubic itself, so you will have to re-rotate all of them, and it's just quite a lot of work. So this is the easiest way to fix them. And to fix them, you will just need to put underscore right hand after the first person and third person tags in the model properties, or like in the JSON itself, and that's because, well, they changed it to dual wielding, and so you have now underscore right hand, underscore left hand. That's basically the only update, and them being weird with all their rotations and such. So if you want to tilt the model like this, then you have just to edit the X number in the file and it just tilt it like that. If you want to rotate it instead, you can just use the Y number and it will rotate just like that. And if you want to tilt the model sideways, then you can use the Z number. But there is some problem with it. If you use either 90 or negative 90 for the X number, then it will just have the same effects if you're using the X number. So make sure you are properly rotating it, and if you have any problems with it, then probably this is the flaw with how you actually rotated it. The translation, which is the next part, is also quite simple. The X slides the model from left to right in your view model, and there left is negative and right is positive in that way. The Y moves the model up and down, which is pretty obvious, with up being positive obviously, and the Z moves the model away from you, and negative will be further away from you, well, from your view. I won't really go into detail with the scale because that's quite obvious that a higher number here is a larger model. just keep in mind that all of these numbers should be the same, otherwise your model will be really wacky and they wouldn't look that well. The third person is also editable, and it basically uses all of the same methods of moving the model itself. The X tilts the model, the Y rotates it, you know it. I must admit, it will be way more easier if you actually use the editor itself or some sort of editor, so you can actually have a preview of how it will look. But if you don't have the $10 to buy Cubic, then I do understand, and you'll be able to fix or edit your model yourself. That's basically it for what I wanted to say. So it's been quite a weird update for Mineplex, with MineStrike at least. Luckily they didn't really have any more 3D model packs, so they should be fine, and I hope they will update it soon and figure it out, because the forums is just going to fill up with spam from like, hey, the texture pack isn't working. I know ours, the 3D SP MineStrike pack, isn't being edited either, or at least not right now, and that's just because we have other stuff to do with some other models which we want to fix before this one is lower in priority. So if you're using them, you'll be going to fix them soon. TM. I don't really know when, but we will eventually. And that's basically it. So I hope you enjoyed. Bye bye. See you.